Hello. I am cooking shit. I'm about to watch Flash, but I wanted to do a quick update DC Roundup thing. I actually did one already, but it got fucked up. Ran out of space or some shit. Probably because I rambled too much. Anywho, I'm cooking. I'm trying out a portobello mushroom burger. I've never cooked portobello mushrooms before. Let's do this. See? I don't have like a long dish. I'm marinating at the marinade in this balsamic vinegar and shit. I figure while I'm waiting on the Flash, I didn't eat much today. I'm gonna try out these portobello mushrooms I got while I do my DC roundup because I gotta let them marinate for a few minutes and smoke my cigarette. I'm gonna fry them up. I already got the hamburgers buns fried a bit with butter. That's gonna be fun. Dairy-free butter. I got a tub of this shit. Comes in a green tub. Pretty good. As long as it's not too expensive and tastes alright, I don't complain. Alright, Gotham. I know there's been a new episode of Gotham. I did my review earlier in the week, but it fucking got fucked up. I'll do this week's episode of Gotham in a few days with the rest of the shows. But last week's Gotham, very good. It was the winner of the DC week. Riddler-centric episode. His first real big episode as the Riddler. You know, full swing. He is the Riddler. He calls himself the Riddler. Penguin's back from the dead. That whole storyline just feels kind of random, but it's fine. It's got, like I always say, they keep this like Batman animated series tone going, and I like it. As long as they keep the tone fun, it's a cool turn your brain off show, and it just like it embraces it so well lately. And it's also the winner because the other shows just like they were all having scaled back episodes, I guess, trying to cut back the budget for the season finales. Yeah, but it was a good episode. What happened? Let's run down all the big story points. The clone storylines. Oh shit. Clone storyline still continues. Bruce is abducted. His clone replaces him, which inevitably leads. I've been drinking. It leads the fucking clone to pushing Cat Girl, which is what I call her, Cat Girl, out of a window. Batman Returns style, exactly like Batman Returns. I like the Batman Return homages, but I like when they cast a fucking Pee Wee Herman actor to play Penguin's dad, like he was in Batman Returns. That's cool, but this was a little too on the nose. A little too, copycatty, like too one-to-one verbatim of Batman Returns. I would have liked it they changed it up a little bit, I guess, but oh well. It seems like, oh well, they got it out of the way. That's what it seemed like it was. Get it out of the way. And we got it out of the way. Let's get that story beat out of the way. Moving on to the next plot. Jim, he's undercover with the Court of Owls. All the while, he's trying to go after the Riddler, who's, full-on Riddler. He's sending, puzzles as riddles. All that fun stuff. And, it was like a good old episode of Batman Animated Series, except starring Jim Gordon. Trying to catch the Riddler. Pretty cool. I need to fix my marinade. Yeah. Pretty good. What else happened this week? Oh yeah, we had the Barber storyline. Barbara King. Is her name King? Whatever her name is. Jim's ex, old ex. Yeah, she's Butch is trying to drive a wedge between her and Whip Lady. Which, speaking of which, the Whip Lady. I keep waiting for that whip. I don't know her name, by the way, but I never memorized it. But I keep waiting for that whip to, fall into Catgirl's hands, which is what I call Selena Kyle in this show. Because she's not grown up, she's a girl, and she will be Catwoman, so I'll call her Catgirl. Pretty good episode. Yeah, Butch tries to drive a wedge between them, which somewhat works. Overall, not an important episode, just a fun one. Court of Owls stuff is a bit weird. I think it's weird in general. I don't mind the Court of Owls being in it. It's just Jim Gordon being a member feels kind of weird. And I don't know. It's like they can't really do that much. They can't really do their like best storylines. Because what are they gonna do? Kill them off? You can't kill off the Court of Owls like that. You can have Gordon. I mean, even though I'm okay with them straying so far from canon, all Batman canons. Which, yeah, that's another thing this thing starts to set up, which I'm not crazy about, that the person who holds Bruce Wayne, he sort of puts forth the idea that Bruce Wayne should become the city's protector. I kind of prefer, that being something or Bruce Wayne comes to the conclusion on his own. Yeah, that's Gotham. Overall, pretty fun episode, I like the tone. Supergirl, though. It was a okay episode. I'm talking about the last one, 520. Supergirl's an episode behind all the other shows, isn't it? 520 it's on, whereas the others were on 521 or 21. Flash is on 321. Arrow's on 521. Gotham. Supergirl's on 221. I keep thinking of Arrow. It's on year 5. That's usually my favorite show. I really hate it when it sucked. Season 3. Though I think it had some good episodes in season 3, like when Oliver was dead and his sidekicks held the fort down. That was with Brick as the villain, played by Vinnie Jones. Alright, sidetracked again. Okay, Supergirl. Yeah, it was just an okay episode. It's really just a setup episode for this week's episode. Daxamom, which is what I call Mon-El's mother. I can't remember her name. I call her Daxamom. She's formed a sort of allegiance with Lena Luthor. I think she's trying to drive a wedge between. It seems like she'll inevitably lead to be what's the wedge between Lena and Kara. Cause I imagine at some point they're going to become enemies. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe they'll subvert expectations and not do that. And they'll remain friends. But I get the feeling that they're setting them up to be friends, so it hurts more when they become enemies or something like that. Kind of Slade Wilson from Arrow. Yeah, because she tricks Lena into building this teleport device to teleport her alien race to, I would say Earth, but honestly, more specifically, National City. Those very selective aliens they are. If I'm going to order a fucking world invasion, I might invade the whole fucking world, not one small fucking city. Okay, ranting again. A lot of the usual CW show. That one is the worst with the CW drama. It really feels like they go out of their way to have drama. But overall, okay episode. Better. Sometimes they can be really bad. And a lot of the big hitters weren't really there that much. John Jones was kind of added to the action too. Miss Martian's long gone. She's doing her own storyline elsewhere. And so right now it's really Kara Mon-El carrying the show, and their sister Alex and her lesbian girlfriend, which I hated how big of a deal they made out of that. This ain't the 90s, so you can be a lesbian. That was such a stupid, because it was like she was afraid to even tell Kara. Like, really, Kara, you think Kara would have had a problem with it? Supergirl. I can't understand maybe her not wanting to come out to everyone, but not even, like, Kara, come on. she thought her mom wouldn't like it or something. Really? Again, it's not that big of a deal these days. I mean, I know there's some places that are still a bit, iffy on that shit in Bible Belty areas. But general, Kara wouldn't. You would. If Kara was my relative, I wouldn't mind telling her I want to fuck her. I'd go get Kara if I was her sister. I'd go incest for her too. But I'm just fucking around. But yeah, that was a stupid storyline. But in general, this episode was okay. Don't want to hang on to it too much. Let's move on to the Flash. Flash. Also, the main reason Gotham wins the week is because Flash was kind of like a bottle episode. Not bottle, but they scaled back the budget. It's like a comedy episode, but pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Cisco wipes his memory by accident. He tries to just stop him from making new memories because we learned that Savitar is... I'm gonna fuck with my mushrooms. We learned that Savitar is Barry Allen from the future, which was not the most unguessable twist, but we're like, shit, don't. But it's still cool. Even though we guessed it, there's still like a cool factor to it, I'm still marinating my mushrooms. But yeah, there's a cool factor to it. And I really like that final shot, when they're both looking at each other in the suits, kneeling in front of them. It's like very kind of anime-ish. I like that shot. But yeah. Which I didn't understand. That seemed like so complicated. Like he does some like neurosurgery to him or some shit. But there is a real drug that can do that. So on a Law and Order episode, it can stop you from making new memories. And I actually Googled it after it was over because it's not roofies, but it's similar to roofies. Because it is like popular in some places. It's like a rape drug type thing. That's what the Law and Order SVU episode was about. Someone was using to rape girls. And I Googled it, and it is a real thing. Like, it does exist. I was like, why wouldn't Cisco know about it and try that before fucking neurosurgery? But whatever. But yeah, that leads to Barry losing his memory altogether. Fine. Cool. Leads to some fun humor. West's girlfriend, Joe West's girlfriend, she's in on the fold. And they don't really utilize it to full effect. There's one scene where she's like, this is a Flash thing. Kind of funny, but, seems like they could do more with her. Sometimes I forget she even exists until she's on screen. She's one of those characters I forget exists until she's on screen. I have the same issue with Mon-El. Because sometimes he'll just be in the background until he's, called in. Whatevs. Yeah, Flash, okay episode. The cliffhanger leads to the King Shark episode, which is what I'm waiting for. I think it's voiced by David Hayter. It was in the past episodes. I don't know if that's still true. Maybe Shark doesn't even talk in the episode. But I love King Shark too, in general, even if it's not David Hayter. I've read a lot of Suicide Squad with him in it. He was a core character in the New 52. The original New 52 Suicide Squad. They did do a relaunch called the New Suicide Squad within the 52, where they switched the lineup. But the original New 52 Suicide Squad, he was a mainstay. And he actually swallowed one of the fucking team members. And he was he thought he was dead for a few issues, and then he regurgitates him out. It was one of the stretch guys, Elastic Man, Plastic Man. That's why he survived, because he got chewed up, but the teeth didn't cut him. It just kind of bended around his edges. And he just regurgitated out. I thought that was funny. That series started out good, but went to shit by the end. But yeah, that's what I'm really looking forward to. It set up the King Shark episode. I didn't know it was going to be this episode, I thought. But then again, we're really towards the end of the season. It snuck up on me. The season finales. Okay, my mushrooms are pretty good. Whatevs. They're good. I don't know, I keep saying whatevs. Who says what? Oh, it's fucking iZombie. I watched that show, iZombie. The main character lives. He says whatevs a lot. I think that's where I picked it up, maybe. I don't know. I've been trying to be more laid back, I guess. Alright, Flash. Good episode, but not an important one. and not, I don't know, not as good as Gotham this week, unfortunately. It's weird. Gotham did start out as the most shittiest show. I didn't care for season 1. Same with Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., but like most people with both those shows, I did not bail in the first season. A lot of people bailed on, especially with S.H.I.E.L.D. I hear that so much. Started watching season 1, but then I gave up. And then the weird thing is, it got good right after people did it. Right after that's where the twist happens, where he's a villain. And then it does pick up, and it's watchable from then on, for sure. And now with Ghost Rider, but I'll get to Marvel. I'll cover Marvel. This is generally a DC covering thing, but I'll cover Marvel too, because it comes on the same night when Flash comes on, and it's like part of the comic book shows I watch. But I wouldn't dare call it the Marvel DC wrap-up, because it's just Marvel, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm honestly not a huge Marvel fan. But for some odd reason, that's the ironic part. I'm like not the biggest Marvel fan, but I'm like the only person I know that like stuck it out with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm not a big Marvel fan, but I love Spider-Man and Hulk. They're like my main two. Don't care for Wolverine. Sorry. He's overrated. And I don't care much for Marvel, but like I grew up on Hulk. And I've always liked Spider-Man. Those two I always liked growing up. But I've always been more for DC. Alright, that's Flash. Arrow. That was another uneventful episode. Kinda. It's an important episode, but not as eventful as it should have been. It's the episode where they catch Prometheus, but they clearly set him up. And they don't follow up on the cliffhanger from the previous episode of Chase getting to Oliver's kid. Do you think that would be something they'd follow up on? Otherwise, why cliffhanger with that? To only follow up in the episode after? Whatever. What fucking ever, right? Okay, fine, whatever. But then the episode shit. Seems like the Felicity Dark hacker stuff wrapped up. No real consequence. Whatever, I guess. Thea's back. Cool. I like her. I like Willa Holland. She's cute. She always wears midriff skirts, and she's a naughty little girl. So I always like having her around. And I like having a hot, inexperienced fighter, because they're just fun, because they can grow as characters, whereas Oliver can just beat the fuck out of anyone. Like, it takes a real contender, like Prometheus, I guess, to give him a run for his money. But if it's like some street thug, like, I don't know, like, I hope Thea, like, eventually gets able to beat Malcolm Merlin. Like, I hope that's, like, her goal for, like, as a fighter, to be able to beat best Merlin. But right now she ain't fighting too much, you know. She's all, my darkness. Like everyone else every 5 minutes on that fucking show. My darkness, my darkness, my darkness, my darkness. My darkness. But not the Jackie Espicado kind. I'm gonna start fucking throwing down some oil and getting these mushrooms. But yeah, I'll keep on with Arrow. Damn, it was... I remember at one point they get trapped in this fucking Star Wars like trap. It looks like the I don't know what it's called. You know, the one where they get crushed in the compactor. But it looks so fucking cheap looking and not in a cool, hey, it's like Batman 66, just cheap and like... And it's weird too, because we just had a bottle episode before, and it's like this one was another one. It felt like they were trying to, you know, save a budget. But it's fine, I guess. It's like, it gets us where we need to be. It's another episode where nothing important happens, but we need it. It gets us to where we want to be, which is the return of Slade Wilson. That's why I think they're scaling back the episode. Because I hear rumors that even Captain Boomerang's coming back. Like the actor that plays him was listed on the cast. The guy that played Asher in Spartacus. He was awesome. I love Spartacus. That was a fun show. A lot of recruits on the CW verse from Spartacus. Crixus is now Deathstroke. Navy is Waller. It's just kind of funny too. Waller runs Argus, or did run Argus, who kind of has Captain Boomerang. So it's like, you know, Navia killed Usher in Spartacus. Spoiler alert. It's kind of funny. She like gets the best of him in Arrow. You know, he gets captured, put in the prison with Slade. Waller runs that prison. She runs Argus, and it's an Argus-controlled prison. So essentially, Asher is Navia's property in the afterlife. Yeah, that's their fucking afterlife. They got killed in Spartacus, and that's their afterlife. She runs Argus, and he's her fucking prisoner. Cool. Alright. Enough of that rant. Wow. But yeah, it was just an okay episode. Yeah, Felicity's storyline wrapped up without much, leftovers. The hacking group left. Her and Oliver are back to normal. Yeah, nothing really big happened this episode, except for they do capture Chase, but he kind of like gives up. And it's clear that he let himself be captured. I don't even remember what the cliffhanger was. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, it too was, Arrow's been, I think, on point this season. For the most part, it's been a very good season. But this episode was okay. The last episode I knew was a bottle episode going in. I saw the behind the scenes, and the Wendy chick was like, yeah, this is a bottle episode. So I was like, alright, they're going to spend all episode in this fucking Arrow. Okay, cool. But this one I thought, it was a bottle episode, so this episode would be better. But it was a little better, but not by much. It was eventful, but not as cool as it should have been for how eventful it was. Alrighty. Is that it? Now I guess I'll move on to Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let me start. Where's my oil? Truffle oil. That's good in certain things. I like doing eggs and the shit. Don't use a lot. Shit is expensive. But it doesn't take much either. Just a little bit. Treat it like fucking gold. Liquid gold is what I do. Yeah, but see, still plenty left for my egg. I don't eat many eggs either. But they are like the best thing to eat if you don't eat a full meal. Alright, let's move on to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, it was the aftermath of them getting out of... Damn, I should already smell. Oh, that heat's too high. Fucking hell. Okay, it was the aftermath of the framework. They all got out of the framework, which means, repercussions with Fitz and Simmons, which, a little harsh. And Ada. When I was doing the first video, I couldn't remember her name. Ada is that bitch's name. She becomes a real woman. Like some Pinocchio shit. And I really wish they would have dragged that story out before she turns evil, full evil. I wish they would have played with her being human, having free will a little longer. But they quickly wrote her to full villain. I wish they kept it a bit more nuanced, I suppose. Let me drop these mushrooms. They ought to be pretty fucking good. I have no idea if he's supposed to suck it or not. Alright, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yep, good. Okay, pretty good episode. Not as good as I thought it'd be, but Fitz and Simmons are at odds, but it looks like that's already getting patched up. I expect them to be back together by the end of the finale. They're already on pretty good terms, it seems like. Like, when she overhears that conversation, you tell she's already on, I won't suck your dick mode. She's already forgiven him. I don't say that to be crude. They're actually my favorite characters on S.H.I.E.L.D., Fitz and Simmons. And Quake. I didn't like him in the beginning, which was just Guy Daisy. I thought she was like a bit of a Mary Sue, but I liked her a lot more when she became Quake, being human. And she's a lot more fun now. Especially with Ghost Rider. I like her and Ghost Rider's interactions. And that's one of the reasons that make this episode, or this season, pretty good. Is they did Ghost Rider, and they did a good job by Ghost Rider. The Robbie Reyes version. And any version, honestly. The effects were good for S.H.I.E.L.D. Because usually they have shit effects. And the problem with S.H.I.E.L.D. is, Flash doesn't have the best effects, but it knows how to shoot around it. It won't hold a shot on a bad effect. It'll jump cut or move the camera zigzaggy all around. Whereas you'll see a shot in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. of the ship flying, and it looks like shit, but they'll keep the camera on it, and it's you really see how shit it is along every passing second. Like, Flash don't have the best effects either, but they know how to cut around it and make them polish it, make it look nice. Though sometimes they do go all out and do some nice effects regardless, like Killer Frost frosting around and Savitar Coliseum fight too. It's like, wow, this is a TV show. Pretty good. But yeah, that was the big exciting part, I guess, too, is the end of the episode teases Ghost Rider returning too. It looks like all the, because let me back up a bit. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4 seems to be broken into 3 story arcs, and like this final few episodes seems like a convergence of all the story arcs. You got the framework in full effect, the aftermath of it, Ghost Rider coming back. Seems like all those 3 stories different, because people say they're like distinct story arcs, almost like Netflix shows. And this seems to be like the turning point. Flip them once, based a little. Just to face these motherfuckers just a little bit. Like so. Like so. God, I hope these tape don't taste like shit. This is quite an expensive setup. Well, not that expensive. More money than I care to spend on something that tastes like shit. Alrighty. I'm out of frame. Alrighty. Yeah. Overall, good episode. It starts off with fucking Fitz and Simmons are a bit at odds. She pranks both of them, locks them up together, which is an odd choice regardless to lock them up together. That was, I'm gonna live these. That probably helped a little. Let it crack it so it does steam out a bit. Alright, yeah. What else we gonna do? Yeah, Fitz and Simmons, they lock, Fitz. What is Fitz and which one's Simmons? They're both almost like guy names. Simmons is the girl, Fitz is the guy. Yeah. They could almost both pass for guy names. Yeah, but they get locked up together. It's a weird thing to do. You know, as enemy combatants, lock them up together. That part rang a bit weird. I fucking forgot the timer. I'm forgetting shit. And I'm forgetting the lettuce. Forgetting my lettuce. We gotta have lettuce on this motherfucker. Alright, yeah. Sorry, that's probably annoyingly loud. Moving over here. Yeah, Marvel's. See what else happened? Oh yeah, she forms an allegiance with the Russian dude who can like spawn new bodies of himself. Pretty cool. I just wish that hadn't happened so soon. But I guess it is close to the end of the season. But that's an interesting like storyline to play out. Wish they'd done it. Some of this butter lettuce. This is the lettuce to get. If you want to put something on a hamburger or something, go with butterball. Butter lettuce. Butter lettuce. This is kind of shitty for a sandwich. What? Time to flip? Sorry, people. I'm multitasking. That was about it. It wasn't the most eventful episode, that's for sure. It was like a necessary aftermath episode. Oh yeah, Coulson and May catch up, you know. That's a bit fun. He reveals some of his activities with the robot version. That was kind of funny. You know, we did think we got that bottle of tequila. Yeah, and what else? Yeah. I guess I'm going to wrap that one up. I do want to just touch upon Better Call Saul, because this week's episode was exceptional. I don't want to like cover every show I ever watch, and usually I won't talk too much about Better Call Saul, but it was very good this episode. I like to keep it comic book centric, but it was like right up there with some of the best Breaking Bad episodes, man. bitches. Shit, I dropped the spatula. It's fine, though. Yeah, Better Call Saul. Chuck courtroom episode. Kind of a bottle episode. Not really. It's like Penny Dreadful had episodes like this, where it's just like two top fucking actors acting off each other, you know? Because there's an episode in Penny Dreadful season 3 with Frankenstein, before he becomes, not Frankenstein's monster, Clay, I can't remember his name, and Eva's dream character. They're in an asylum, and it almost never leaves that room, and it's just them like acting off each other, just them giving their best performance and acting off it. Very good episode. And this was kind of like that. It was really like Odin Kirk's like shining moment, squaring off against his brother in the courtroom, and like they put out all the old school Breaking Bad stops, you know, like the camera work, focusing on the exit sign behind them, you know, the numbers everywhere. Very good, very well done. Such a good cathartic episode, because, you know, you got to see Chuck get his comeuppance, and you just knew, like, you saw Huel, you knew something was coming, and it was a good moment to see Huel. You're like, ew, fuck yes, but it's, man, you know when he starts tricking them in the courtroom, it's like, if you were within an electronic range of an electronic device, and you're just like, Huel planted something on them, you just know, and it's just, you're just watching him set him up. You see him set him up, set him up, set him up, set him up, and you're just waiting for him to fucking pull that trigger. It's a beautiful scene, cathartic scene. Good episode, very good. Really can't say enough about it. I guess I can, because it's not like a lot happens, it all takes place in the courtroom. This isn't, you know, no mic time or anything like that. Let me flip these bitches. Ah, shit, I'm making a mess in my stove. Gotta clean this kitchen anyway. So it gives a fuck. Yep. Yeah, it's just him off. And it was interesting, because, like, you know, like, Saul was Jimmy. He's not Saul Goodman yet. But it seems like, this episode he loved it. He haven't watched it yet. But yeah, you can see that, like, Jimmy's hurt about it. He doesn't want to do it. But he knows in order to really survive, and he does want to be a lawyer. That's the thing. Deep down, like, he wants it, for no other reason out of spite, just to prove everyone wrong that he can be a lawyer. He doesn't want to give that up. That's really the hardest part for him. Because when they're going after him, that's the one condition you can tell always bothers him, is that he'll be disqualified from the bar. And you always knew that Chuck never wanted to be a lawyer. That's his big thing. Like, you know, wanted to say it out loud. But you could always kind of read it off him that he just didn't like the idea of him being a lawyer. Alright, time to undo him. Yeah, but you could tell, like, Saul didn't really want to do it, but he had to survive. It was like it was him or me. The dude's going after me. And so he does do the dirty deed. And he even brings in his old girlfriend. Brutal, but I liked it. Great episode. Yeah, that's about it, I guess, on TV shows. I watch other shows too, but they suck. But, fucking Prison Break. Watch that. Sucks. The new season. They did a revival. Sucks. Like, I just watch it because I like the actors, and I did watch the original show. So I like following. And I kind of do like Teabag. Teddy Theodore Roosevelt. Theodore Backwell. Yeah, he's a cool character. Theodore Backwell. Teabag. But overall, man, it sucks. They've been like in a revival phase ever since that 24 Live Free or Die. But I did watch the new 24, and it wasn't too bad. It had a rough like road, you know, coming back without Jeff Bauer. But despite it, I think it like was okay enough. Because right now it's like in limbo or something, whether or not it's going to get renewed. I hope it does. I'd take another season. It wasn't that good, but I kind of did grow in Jack Bauer, or 24 in general. And they at least brought back Tony. And even if they can't get Kiefer, maybe they can bring Chloe back. What's her fucking name? I think Chloe. Yeah, that's her name in the show, Chloe. Her real life name is different. Something that's with their Burlock's name, with their fictional character name. Okay, show. Right now I'm also watching 13 Reasons Why, but I'm only 2 episodes in. I read the book too, so I know everything's gonna happen. I do like it. It was an interesting read. I like the subject matter in general. Something I follow. But, I'm doing this now. It's about done. I don't like the character that much of Hannah Baker. Like, when you first start the book, it's got a good hook. The whole, tape after death thing, 13, and you want to know why Clay's on it. All that stuff. And it is a fun little ride. Then you find out, and it's like, you petty bitch. And she does... TV show is a lot worse about it. She's like way more gleeful in the show. Or maybe that's how it just plays off. Because when you read a book, it's her words in your head. But, you know, when an actor's portraying it on the show... And like, the second episode, she's like so gleeful about what she did. You know, too late, I'm dead. You should have done something. Ha ha ha. Like, she's like, it's not that she's even saying that. She's just so smug and gleeful about it. But whatever. I'll finish the show at some point. Not a big deal, because I've read the book for the most part, so. They do seem to change a few things. Things that you didn't get, like, there were things that you have heard from Clay's perspective over the headset, but in the show you get, like, you see it as Hannah does it, whereas in the book it's mostly just him going from point A to point B on this map, listening to the tapes. Like, listen to the tape, move over here, listen. He hears these events, but in the show, like, we see them, like, as Hannah sees them. Like, we don't just hear it as words through a tape recorder from Clay's point of view. But whatever. Or at least not as far as I've gotten. I'm still pretty early in. There are a lot of things that are like they flash back to that you just hear over the tape recorder. And either way, I'll finish it. There's a few things that are interesting, like they incorporate social media. That wasn't a big component in the book. But like, you got girls like taking pictures, selfies at a locker, the memorial locker. Which I kind of like, because I hate social media, and people would do that kind of thing. You know, even if they didn't give a shit about it, just pretend to for Facebook. So I like that they had a little something to say about that. So that's cool. That's about it on shows. About done with my burger. Just adding lettuce. Put my dishes away. Just let water run in them. Because that's the thing you do, you motherfuckers. Don't just put dishes in a sink all dry. Shit bakes in. Fucking motherfuckers. Probably has some nasty fucking dishes you do that shit. Alright, that's about it. I'm gonna play some more Call of Duty probably later. Do Shinonuma. I'll probably do other ones. That seems to be the pattern. I start with one goal, and then if I still feel like playing, I just go to another map. So I'm gonna do one. Start it off with one. First with Root. Then if I got time and I'm still awake and I'm not about to pass out or nothing, I'll just do another map. I go until I die. Perception of Root. At least I'll beat them all once. Even if I die doing something stupid. Because sometimes I'll do that. Like I should get something or a gun, but I'll try like go the whole way with just the fucking starting shit till I can get the Bowie. Because it's fun, honestly. It's fun. But I think Black Ops 3, the new re-releases, is a bit easy. But damn, I'm going on 40 minutes and I don't want to run out of space. That's what fucked up my last video. It ran out of space and this fucking thing didn't even say nothing. And corrupted my video. But I freed up space. And I need to get it to save to external. External media. Alright, portable mushroom. What I need is some fucking Ramon tomato. Damn it. Damn it. Drop these fucking bastards on the wrong goddamn side. Shit, they're hot. They are hot though. Oh, that's some juicy ass shit though. Damn, this. I hate when this shit happens at work. I'm trying to put the burger and I miscalculate the angle and it slides off a little and I gotta retest it with my fingers and burn my fucking fingers up. I hate that shit. They was a fuck good day at work. Hamburgers were all fucking weird. There's a guy that preps them, but they all fucking like weren't like that well pressed together, so they kind of just fell apart. Oh well, I'm not gonna ramble about that shit. Add some ketchup to these. I'm gonna add one with nothing. Let's see what's good on it. 'Cause I don't really know what to put on a portobello mushroom burger. Most stuff looks pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay, expect more Call of Duty. Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. I'm gonna get that. Probably go online with that, live stream it. Probably won't get on PS4 because I got a friend. He says he'll buy it. That's really the determining factor. The people I know play which system they get it for, so I can play with them. At least with Call of Duty, I'm not gonna do Friday 13th because that's a game I definitely want to have people I know in real life playing. Like, not everyone I know is a Call of Duty fan. I don't understand how good Zombies is. I'm not really a Call of Duty fan. I just love zombies. I don't care much for multiplayer, deathmatch type stuff. And since World at War, I don't really care much for the storylines that much. I just like me the Trey zombies. Let me take a bite of this, see how good it is. Let's see how good it is. Portobello mushroom, first one I've ever had. I marinated it in this kick-ass shit. I was gonna put some sauce on it, but maybe it's good without sauce. I don't know. That's pretty good. I might put a little ketchup on it. I don't have any tomatoes. I'll put some ketchup on the side so I can dip it in a little bit if I feel the need. But damn, that came out pretty good. 2 portobello mushrooms. Marinade, balsamic vinegar, and some seasoning, oil, fried, and a touch of truffle oil. Pretty good. Pretty good. That'll be something I have to try again. Alright, that wraps it up. Gotta eat, watch Flash, and maybe bounce back with some more Call of Duty. Probably Shinonuma. Boom. Expect that. It's 10 o'clock now. I'm gonna eat this, then watch the Flash. That takes an hour. Expect it that's when I'm gonna live stream midnight. And hop on or watch it later. I live stream just because it's convenient when you're doing it on PS4. I don't need to edit or cut or nothing. I don't really care. When I do a video on the computer, sometimes I'm gonna cut out like me opening up the programs to record and shit and watching me and doing that stuff. But I don't need to do a whole lot of editing. I don't need that stuff. Just little trims here and there. Alright. Later. Alligator.